Hey guys, Sean T. Phillips here, the brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Sean video today. Taking a go out today, see things come out today, see things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, some of the main big things coming out today, and this should be a week where everything should be switched out, like, you know, Target does that stuff where it's like every 2 weeks, and even though I know Target's, you know, going to be cutting back even more on the movies, the one movie today I know is one that they would carry, because they said they're going to carry like the bigger tentpole stuff still, even when they continue to cut it back, at least from what I had read, but the one should be everywhere, you know, Dune Part 2. I can't remember if I saw something for exclusive for that one or not. I know Dune Part 2, also Imaginary's releasing today, as well as Killer Klowns from Outer Space, and there's a 4K Steelbook for that one, which I actually saw some Walmarts already put out last week. You know, throughout the week, I saw a couple of them have it out already, so we'll see if it's out today, though. As well. Also, though, the one thing I want to see as well, I want to try and check a GameStop location, because I know GameStop is going to be starting to sell physical media again. So they're going to be getting DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks again. And from what I read, Dune Part 2 is going to be one of the first newer releases that, you know, new releases they're going to get. So I don't know if it's going to be like every single GameStop location is going to carry it, because I know, you know, there's some in malls, there's some standalone, some of them are bigger than others. So like I said, I don't know if like they all are going to carry it. It's going to be select locations. So we shall see. I'll probably go inside, you know, go to one and then ask them if I don't see it and see if they know anything about it. Because I'm curious to see. Also curious if they're going to have, you know, trade-ins down the line as well. Because back in the day, they used to have trade-ins, and it was Electronics Boutique. And then there was that other one, Babbage's. If you guys remember that one. So it'll be interesting to see. At least there'll be another place to look on Tuesdays for physical media. Because hopefully they're going to get like, you know, maybe some like Arrow Video things and Shout Factory. That's what I'm hoping, because I think that would actually sell pretty well, especially if GameStop could get some exclusives here and there. That would get people in there even more. So GameStop, that might be a good idea if you can get some exclusive deals. But anyway, though, at the end of this video, though, it's going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews as well. So anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. And you guys know we always have to check right here in the front, the $1, $3, and $5 spot. So we'll see anything new changed out over here. What is this? Oh yeah, see? Always something kind of new. What's this thing? Not my first rodeo. That's kind of funny. $3. Like I said, it's all $3, $1, $3, and $5. Like, see, this is like scoring paddles, the most random kind of things you can think of that are over here and stuff like that, though. These things, too, I showed a lot of these last week. A lot of these are gone. They sold these, like, little trailer type things. They're kind of cool. And little, like, tiki ones. They had a bunch more of these ones originally, though. They're kind of cool, though. But we'll head over, though, and see if they changed anything out, though, in the actual section, though. But we also always have to check right here in the front, too, in the books, you know, where the movies used to be, and see anything that's changed out. I think this is one I don't remember seeing last week. This Home is Where the Bodies Are. I don't think I remember seeing that one. And then, you know, you can always check and see the new turd mags. Any new turd mags here? Because basically these bathroom, you know, you always like In Touch and stuff. Honestly, I feel like 90% of the time people read those in the bathroom. So that's why I always call them turd mags. Because honestly, I don't think you're looking at them any other time. Really. But let's see, though. Hopefully they switched out this stuff, though. But we shall see today. We shall see. But yeah, I went over to the actual movie section, and they had the spots for everything for like Dune and all the stuff, but nothing was changed out whatsoever. I did see this new Garfield one here. There's all these new Garfield things getting put out for the Garfield movie and stuff now. I've seen a bunch of different ones. A lot of ones are like Walmart exclusives and stuff, but no, nothing changed out. Like I said, the spot was there for everything. That's kind of like the normal way in here and stuff. But we'll see. I don't think I'm going to get to I don't think I'm going to get to another Target today, though, but probably get to at least 2 different Walmarts. So hopefully the Walmarts will have out this stuff. Doesn't look like anything new over here turtle wise. It seems to be the same stuff. They are having a bunch of new Minions things out, but nothing new turtle wise as far as I can tell here. Pretty much been the same stuff for the last at least a few months with the figures and everything. Into Walmart we go. We shall see. Hopefully they have stuff out today. We shall see. Yeah, it's all crazy in here. Like, the self-checkout was open, but there was like a line of like 25 plus people in there, and like they switched it to 15 items or less, and it's so many strange, weird things going on these days, and in all these stores and everything. It's like, It's gonna be the weird, like, I feel like 2024 is like the weird year of like locking things up and like theft and all of it. So, but let's see though. We'll see what they have over here. Looks like they actually have stuff switched out. So they have the things out in here, because I can see the whole thing for Dune here, and I see like the 2 film collection here on DVD for $24.99. Doesn't look like they have the 4K though. The Blu-ray though is 24. Oh, I know. The Blu-ray. Oh, I know. The Blu-ray is $24.99 for that one. And then the DVD, oh yeah, so the DVD is 1996, and then this is the 2-pack for both films. So it's actually only $5 more for the first film. And then let's see, anything else different here? I think this one came out today, and this one, I didn't know anything about this one, with like Russell Crowe and Liam Hemsworth, Land of Bad. This is like one of those kind of movies that kind of came out of nowhere. Like, I don't think I saw a trailer for that or anything like that. Just trying to see if I see anything else here that looks new. Always got to check over here just in case there's anything else randomly over here. And then let's see over here at the Steelbooks. Anything new in here? Oh yeah, Lair of the White Worm. This came out about a week or 2 ago. This is so cool to see a movie like this too in Walmart, because this is such a trippy, really weird Ken Russell movie, but really love that movie. Definitely like one of my favorites. Let's see though, over here, anything mixed into the actual section in here. Oh yeah, this one here, Destroy All Neighbors, that came out. I don't know if there's a Blu-ray of that one or not. I have to look and see if there is only on DVD. I might end up getting that one. And then the Society of Magical Negroes, that one came out today, and that's $14.96 for the DVD. I think there's a Blu-ray of that too. I do want to see that one. That one looked really interesting. And then other than that, My Adventures with Superman, the complete first season, that released today. Rumble Crew, this Paul, is that Paw Patrol or some other not like spin-off, I guess. And then this 2-movie one. Other than that though, that seems to be all the main new ones I see here today though. And I actually think I forgot to show you guys Imaginary. This one was out today as well for 1996. I like this movie as well. This was actually a pretty good one too. Like I said, kind of messed up on here on the bottom. Like I said, it's 1996, and then it's funny. It's one of those ones where it's, why would you get the DVD one over the Blu-ray? Because the Blu-ray includes the DVD, includes the Blu-ray, the DVD, and the digital, and then the DVD only includes the DVD for the same exact price. So I feel like that'd be kind of foolish, because you're getting the digital copy. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a weird thing. But if you want that version, go ahead and have at it, though. Yeah, so I ended up getting that one, Destroy All Neighbors, DVD one in there though. But now I'm gonna probably head to another Walmart though and see if there's anything different at that one as well too though. Into the second Walmart we go. Yeah, in here though, toy-wise, I did see some newer stuff in here, but they're not really that new though, because they actually had these out already, these reissues. All they did was add this sticker to them that says 40 Years of Turtles. It's actually the same ones though, and then they have these new like farting ones here too. But I'm really glad though that the other location had everything out, because this one today, it's like there's absolutely nothing in here. If you guys look in the actual front section right here too, it's really weird. It's like random like old things mixed in the spot, like Cinderella in here, like Hotel Transylvania 3 put in the spot, Zoolander 3, Twister. So it's like almost like all these random things put in where it's supposed to be the new releases. So definitely all like kind of weirdly disorganized over there and stuff. So I'm so glad that other location that had all this stuff out though. Into GameStop we go. We shall see if they had anything movie related out whatsoever in here, because like I said, I do not know, so we shall see. Well, just like that, I was in there for like a millisecond, and the guy's like, movies? And he's like, I heard something about it, and he didn't know anything. So if you guys know anything though about like how the movies are going to work in GameStop, let me know in the comments below, because I know a lot of people are interested in the whole thing. Because I saw Dune 2 was apparently supposed to be the first thing that they have, but I don't know if that necessarily meant that it was going to be the week that it came out, or it was going to be a couple weeks. Because first of all, too, they have to actually have a section for the movies too, because there's no actual movie section in GameStop. So they're going to have like a wall. And I'm just curious about the whole thing. I said, are they going to start doing trade-ins again too for certain things? Because I just really wonder if it's going to be like getting sort of boutique stuff, like the stuff that Best Buy was getting, some of the Scream Factory and stuff like that. Because I hope so. I feel like it's would make sense for them to, but we shall see what happens. But if you guys know, or if you found out one that has it, let me know. Or if you found a list that lists the specific GameStops that are going to sell it, because maybe, like I was mentioning in the beginning of the video, maybe not all GameStops will have them. Maybe it will only be specific ones. So it'll be like, you know, the larger locations, because not all GameStops are as big as the others. Some of them have been much smaller. So who knows with all that stuff. So it just will be interesting to see. Also, what will be interesting to see if there's any other stores that randomly start to kind of stock movies again. Because I think they said that, was it Fred Meyer Markets are going to start to have DVDs and Blu-rays again. So we shall see. And I think that Ralph's is a subsidiary of that company. So maybe Ralph's will have them out in this area. I don't know, though. But anyway, though, guys, let me know in the comments below, though, if you guys, you know, went to GameStop or if you heard anything about that. And also let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. If you guys ended up picking up anything today. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Shout Factory Scream Factory line. This is the brand new 4K Ultra HD edition here. This is the limited 35th anniversary edition Steelbook here, available for the first time in 4K of Killer Klowns from Outer Space. This includes the the 4K version and the Blu-ray. This really cool Steelbook edition here. Now they do have as well a non-Steelbook edition of the film on 4K as well. I think there might have been two different versions I saw. I think I saw two different slipcovers. I may be wrong about that though, but I did actually see this available in stores at Walmart as well. So, you know, since Best Buy doesn't sell physical discs anymore, you know, Walmart's now has been picking up the Steelbooks and stuff now. And also, GameStop's going to start to sell movies again, too. So it'd be interesting to see if they start getting, like, any more boutique things and stuff like that as well. But this is one of those movies, though, I remember when I first saw this movie back in the day. I think I saw it like on VHS and used to rent it as a kid, like when it was, you know, when I was really young. And it's one of those kind of movies where I remember when I was renting it back in the day, everyone was always like, this is such a weird movie. And it didn't have like a huge fan base back in the day. It kind of like in the last like 15 years and especially 10 years, it's really gotten this huge fan base. But back in the day, this was a very strange movie that very few people saw and stuff. So it's kind of crazy when you think of like now you go to like Spirit Halloween and you see all the costumes and the popcorn gun and stuff like that. It's just so cool how this movie like became this huge thing. It really is kind of funny. I think it's because of the clowns and stuff, but I always loved it. I feel like it was like one of those movies that I found out about before everybody else, kind of like Troll 2. It was like, I watched Troll 2 before it became a thing. I rented Troll 2 when it was brand new on VHS. I didn't know anything about any of that. That was just like a strange movie that I rented. So great movie, though, if you guys have never seen it, an absolute must-watch. And it has on here, though, the brand new 4K scan from the original camera negative. It has a commentary track with the Chiodo brothers. And then it has on the Blu-ray HD restoration from the 4K original camera negative. And then it has commentary, the making of Killer Klowns, the films of Chiodo brothers, Easter eggs, bloopers, deleted scenes as well on here. The next one here, this is from Warner Brothers. They sent over a free copy. Just want to let you guys know that this one was available. And I really like this movie. I saw the first film, you know, when they put it back in theaters, because I didn't see it originally the first time around, so I saw it when they released it back in theaters like 2 months ago or something like that. And this is Dune Part 2 here, which I really like. I like this director's films as well. It's very like, I do in many ways though, like to imagine though, like if his composer that passed away was around, like, you know, what his stuff would be like, you know, now, because the composer, I still love the music, but his composer that he was with when he was working with Arrival, and, you know, he passed away, but incredible. Probably one of the most interesting, weird kind of musics, and it was all these weird tones and stuff. Everybody mimics it. Everybody copies it. But it was so cool and so weird. So it's a loss, though, with his music, because even though, you know, this was, even though the music in here, Hans Zimmer, is great, it's just not as interesting as what I think it would have been if he had his original composer. But I really like this movie. I love the, you know, the visualness of it too. I won't lie to you, the things in the nose for some reason like creep me out. I don't know why. I don't like that thing. Like if I was in a movie like this, I would not like that thing in my nose like that. I'd be like, do I have to have that in my nose? It's peculiar. It's just a funny thing. It has on here though a bunch of different featurettes on here. You know, the creating the Fremen world, warm riding on here, warm riding deeper into the desert, sounds of Dune on this one here as well. Now the next one here This is a movie, I was so glad to get to watch this movie again. I had not seen this movie in so many years, and this is a film that I've been talking about on this channel since the beginning. Like, I've always brought up this movie. It was a film where the DVD was out of print for years, and now we finally have this out in America. There was never even a Blu-ray of this in America, so this is now out on 4K, and it has a 4K and a Blu-ray version as well. So if you guys don't have 4K, don't be worried that it's not the only way to see it. It does include a Blu-ray as well. And this is the film Cemetery Man, which I just cannot believe that I like how long it's been since I watched this movie and how good this movie is, especially like the end of this movie. My God, is it good. It was one of those, there's some movies too, when they're so good, like there's stuff about it that it's like so good, I like literally kind of tear up to them because I'm like, this movie was so damn good. And this is one of those kind of movies where it's almost too, it's so inspiring, the visualness and some of the weird stuff that they were doing, like these floating things and just all the techniques, and then all these kind of like old school techniques that you don't see too often anymore, like people getting shot in the eye and just stuff like techniques I think are kind of dangerous to do now. You don't see as often, but it's basically this movie stars Rupert Everett, who really should be a bigger star because he's so much like Hugh Grant to me, and I don't know why he hasn't done more stuff because he's so good. But basically though, his character works and lives at this cemetery with his friend, who's kind of like this bald guy. He kind of reminds me of Curly a little bit. He also, the actor, from the Three Stooges, went on to being in was City of Lost Children? Yeah, City of Lost Children was a couple years after this one, maybe I think 2 years in '95, I think, and he went on to be in City of Lost Children as well. But basically, he works at a cemetery, and certain people after 7 days come back to life. So he's there, kind of like shooting them when they come back to life and stuff. And basically, though, ends up being this one girl that he meets and starts to like, and things don't go well. And it's just kind of all these weird sort of things that go on when he's working at this cemetery. But an incredible movie, super visual, great music, creepy movie too. But it's one of those ones I think more people need to see this film. Has on here a commentary track on here with the director. It has on here an interview with Michael Cervoi, the director. It has an interview on here with Rupert Everett, interview on here with the actress Anna Falchi, and an archival making of on here as well. The other one here that's from Severin Films as well. This is a really great film here too, Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker, and the woman who plays the aunt in the film, she went on to, was it before? I think it was a couple years after this, and she was like did the voice of Claudia in Chipmunk Adventure, which is like, that one kind of like, the chipmunks or something like that. I always remember that character. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like the Chipmunk Adventure is like one of my, if you know what I mean, like sort of special interest films. I've been obsessed with that movie forever. You know what I mean? Mr. Aspie with that movie. But I always love the Chipmunk Adventure. Like, I feel like it's one of those movies that I definitely think about all the time. So like, I remember when I first saw this movie, it was like, the same person in this one. And she's a really interesting actress. She had like an interesting life to the actress. And like, I remember watching all these different interviews with her and everything. But this is a great movie about this guy that lives with his young guy that lives with his aunt, and she's just really obsessive and strange, and it's just a really, really great movie that you don't hear about too much. It has Jimmy McNichol, Chris McNichol's brother, is in the film. It has on here though commentary track on here with starring Jimmy McNichol, commentary on here with the producer and the writer, commentary on here with production manager, and then disc 2 has interview with Bo Stevenson on here, interview with the editor Ted Nicolai, who went on to, I think he direct the one that Full Moon, I'm blanking on the one that he put out, like I'm totally blanking right now. I don't know why. And cast and crew interviews on here as well. The other one here, this one was from moviezing.com. I have a link below where you guys can order this one for the best price. And now this is the show I don't think had ever been released in a complete series before, as far as I can remember. And this is the Powerpuff Girls, the complete series here on DVD, which is a really fun show. And this, to me, this wasn't the first show that I remember seeing, or the first thing I remember seeing on Cartoon Network. This started in '98. I think the first time I remember Cartoon Network ever, like seeing that channel or ever looking at that channel, as weird as it is, I'm pretty sure was when Carrot Top was on there, and he had like a cartoon show that was like during the week, and I remember it was on really early, and that was, I think, the first exposure I had to Carrot Top. So that was kind of like the first exposure that I ever had to Cartoon Network. And then like that was kind of like, at that point, I wish I can remember the other shows that were on the channel at that time. But then Powerpuff Girls in 98, I think this is really the show that really launched the network and got it really popular from what I can remember. And then, because I think Dexter's Laboratory came after, and then Johnny Bravo, I think, was after this. I'm pretty sure, but really fun series here. That this has all 78 episodes plus 30 hours of content, including the holiday specials and fan favorite episodes on here as well. There's also in here, I'll show you guys though a look at how the discs look inside the case here. So here's how the discs are: season 4, disc 1, season 5, disc 1, and then season 2, season 1. And then there's also a episode guide in here as well that also lists the extras that are in here, like the bonus episodes and stuff on here as well. But really great series. Like I said, really glad to have the complete series here all together. Another one I remember on Cartoon Network was Courage the Cowardly Dog, which I think came a little bit after this one as well. The other one here from moviezing.com as well. I'll have a link below where you guys can get this one for the best price. And this is also from Gravitas Ventures. It's a movie here called Reaper Man. And this is an interesting movie. It's kind of like one of those sort of revenge films. And basically it was about this guy who ended up getting killed. Is like this couple that were out, and these group of these men killed the man. And basically you kind of, they were wearing masks and stuff, so you didn't know too much about them. But you kind of like, throughout the movie, you start to see them more and figure out who they are and everything. And basically, the woman whose husband had been killed, she wants to try and like bring him back. So she does like a ritual type thing, and basically he ends up coming back from the dead, and he ends up going, and it's kind of like a revenge, going after the people that were responsible for his death and everything. I like this movie. I thought this was actually a pretty cool revenge film here. Like I said, this was called the Reaper Man. The other one here, and I'll have a link where you guys can get this one below. And this is a movie that was directed by my friend Kyle Rappaport. Him and Doug Ordino were both the directors of the film. And Kyle has a YouTube channel, Movie Buff One. He was recently in my film, came out to act in the film that I did, Skate to Hell. This is a film that they directed years and years back called The Shackled Demon Project on here, which is like a found footage film. But I remember the first movie I remember ever seeing from Kyle that he gave me was A House of Leviticus. That was one of the very first one, but this one has a whole bunch of different features on here. It has like a commentary track, it has interviews, bloopers, it has an exclusive short film on here as well. The other ones here, these ones are from SRS, and this one is a movie here called Teddy Scare. And this was a fun movie. This is a new Mark Polonia movie, and basically though, this is about like a guy, it's kind of a different movie for him. It was a little bit more like, I guess, like serious in a sense in some ways, but it's basically a guy who kind of like has, all these stuffed animals and like things like that, and basically kind of goes out into the middle of nowhere, and like he's kind of obsessed with this big bear, and it's kind of like just sort of people around him are getting killed, and it's sort of like, is this his imagination and stuff like that. I kind of like this one. I thought this was a really interesting one. It has on here a commentary track on here, and then trailers for other SRS releases as well. And the last one here, this is from Full Moon, and this is fun. This is directed by Danny Draven. Danny Draven directed the film which I acted in, that he did Ouija's Hollywood Night, and this is a movie here called Bad CGI Gator, and this was actually really fun. I like this one. This is and I believe Charles Band's son was the writer of the film, and I'm pretty sure, unless I'm mixing that all up, I think so. And basically though, this was about like a group of people that were like out in the swamps and stuff. A group of these like kind of young 20-somethings, and they were like all out there getting attacked by this sort of big gator out in the middle of this sort of swamp area that they were staying. And it's the gag is it's supposed to be a really cheesy bad effect. So it's like, but it really reminds me honestly of like those effects in like the, up to like from like 2005 to 2009, those like sci-fi type of things. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, like that type of effects and stuff, but fun movie on here. A lot of recognizable faces and stuff recently. Like the one actor in here was in the movie Snack Shack, which I really liked recently, but really cool movie, fun film. It has on here a commentary track on here with Danny Draven, as well as the writer. It has a blooper reel on here, a podcast interview, a couple different podcasts. You got table read on here, isolated music score, and original trailer on here as well. But anyway though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. And like I always say, if you guys enjoyed these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.